Alright, for A, describe the transformation given f of x equals x squared. Every time I see f of x, I can write x squared. So I have here x squared minus 3. Let's try that again. In A, it says y equals f of x minus 3. It tells us the parent function says f of x equals x squared, so every time I see f of x, I can write x squared. There's f of x, I wrote x squared. I have this minus 3 on the outside, and that basically tells us that our graph does what? We call that a vertical shift, so down 3 units. Raise your hand if you got that. Question B, same thing. I have f of x. I can put that parent function in there. So I have x squared plus 4. That plus 4 tells us, what does it tell us?
Vertical shift up.
So it's going up 4 units. So vertical shift up 4 units. Let's go and do C now. C tells us y equals f of x minus 2. Remember, if you write the function f of x equals x squared, it's essentially telling us that instead of writing x, we're going to write x minus 2. Instead of writing x, we're going to write x minus 2. Instead of x, write x minus 2. So the y is now x minus 2 squared. Okay. We have a phrase. Partner B, tell partner A my silly phrase. Add to y refers to this one up here. Because if you cover it up, it kind of basically says y equals x squared plus 4. So it's kind of like adding to y. You're going up or down. Okay. Add to x, go west. West is which direction, class? We're on the left coast, right? You're on the west coast of the United States. You're on the left side of the United States. So if it was adding here, you would go left. But it's not adding, it's subtracting, so you're going to go in which direction? Which direction, class? This is right 2 units. Raise your hand if you got that. Let me show you another way algebraically to get that, if you get confused, okay? Let's just say the expression is x minus 2 squared, so let's just write that. More space over here. Y equals x minus 2 squared. Partner A, tell partner B, how do you find an x-intercept? Class, what's the easiest way to find the x-intercept? You make the y equal to 0. Now, someone did mention, can I use the quadratic formula? You could. But I think making the y value 0 would go faster. Because then here, how do you get rid of the power 2? You're going to take the square root. Class, what's square root of 0?
0.
And then just add 2, x equals 2. So your order pair is 2 comma 0. Do you see that?
Yeah.
If the order pair is 2 comma 0, and if your parent function is a quadratic, then the vertex is shifted over which direction? To the right. So mine is just a silly phrase, but it might remind you to do the opposites in the parentheses. Let's try this problem. It's telling you for every time you see x, you're going to write x plus 4. So here in my function, I have f of x equals x squared. You're going to write that for every x value. So class, for my green, what am I going to write? X plus 4 squared. Which direction are you going to go? It is a horizontal shift, as someone said.
And to the left.
Left 4 units. Okay? So pay attention to where the numbers are, and that will tell you where to go.